Hello students, in our previous session we had learned factors. We shall see properties of factors. The first property is every whole number is the product of 1 and itself. So each number is factor of itself. For example, 19 multiplied to 1 gives 19. 19 is factor of 19. 1 is a factor of every number. 31 multiplied to 1 gives 31, so 1 is a factor of 31. So these two properties you must remember. 1 is a factor of every number and each number is a factor of itself. The second property is every number is a factor of 0. Why is that? Every number is a factor of 0. When 7 is multiplied to 0, we get 0. 17 multiplied to 0 also is 0. 93 multiplied to 0 is also 0. 7, 17, 93. All these numbers, they are the factors of 0. So all numbers, I can put it in this word, all numbers are factors of 0. Because when all the numbers are multiplied with 0, we get 0 itself. Third property, 1 is the smallest factor of a multiple and the greatest factor of a multiple is the multiple itself. So for example, 1 multiplied to say 10 gives 10. This 1 is the smallest factor of this 10 and 10 is the greatest factor of 10. 1 is smallest, 10 is greatest. A number is the greatest factor of itself. 1 is the smallest factor of the given number. This point, the third point, you must remember. The next property is every number other than 1 has at least two factors, namely the number and 1. So for example, if I say 97, 97 is a larger number. This 97 I can write as 1 multiplied to 97. 1 is the least factor and the number itself is the greatest factor. So every number, at least they will be having two factors. For any number, there will be at least two factors. Let us solve a question here. Find all the factors of 42. Suppose if I divide 42 like this by 2, if I divide, it goes with 21. We get the remainder as 0. When it is divided by 3, it goes with 14 and leaves the remainder 0. When it is divided by 7, it goes with 6 and leaves the remainder 0. Therefore, I can say 1, 2, 3 and 7 completely divides the given number. So with this combination, I have 2 and 21 combination, 3 and 14 combination, 7 and 6 combination. So 1, 2, 3, next 6, 7, 14, 21 and 42, the number itself. These are the factors of 42. This is how we can find the factors of a given number. Let me solve a question. Check if 9 is a factor of 74, 7 is a factor of 84. If I divide 74 by 9, it goes with 8 and leaves the remainder 2. So 74 is not divisible of 9 because we are having a remainder there. So I can say that 9 is not a factor of 74. At the same time, I can also say 8 is not a factor of 74. Alright, let me solve one more. The second one, when 7 divides 84, it goes exactly with 12. So 7 is a factor of 84. I can also say that 12 is factor of 84. Now we shall take up another important topic called as multiples. What are multiples? The product obtained on multiplying two or more whole numbers is called multiple of that number or the numbers being multiplied. We know about the whole numbers. The whole numbers starting from 0 having a pattern like 0, 1, 2 and so on. These are whole numbers. The whole number minus 0 means excluding 0. They are called as natural numbers. All the natural numbers are multiples of 1. If I consider all even numbers, for instance, suppose 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on, these are all multiples of 2. You have learnt this concept for entrance examination. Multiples of 2, they are also called as even numbers. There is some important point to be noted. You can make a note simultaneously. A multiple is the product of a number and any other number. So for example, there are a few important points related to multiples. You can make a note of it and write it in your notebook. A multiple is the product of a number and any other number. Understanding multiples, there are a few points. The first multiple of a number is the number itself. Every number is multiple of 1. 0 is multiple of every number. Multiples of a number are infinite. You can carry on writing them. If you consider a number, say 6, the multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24 and so on. These numbers are obtained by multiplying 6 with 1, 6 with 2, 6 with 3 and so on. There are few properties you must remember. We shall discuss the properties one by one. First property is every number is a multiple of 1. As 7 multiplied to 1 gives 7, 9 multiplied to 1 gives 9, 15 multiplied to 1 gives 15. So every number is a multiple of 1. Second point is every number is a multiple of itself. 7 is a multiple of 7 only. 21 is a multiple of 21. 105 is a multiple of 105. 212 is a multiple of 212. So every number is multiple of itself. Third property is 0 is multiple of every number. If you multiply 0 with any of these numbers, 9, 11, 15, 27, 57, 275, each time we are getting 0 only. So 0 is multiple of every number. Fourth property is every multiple except 0 is either equal to or greater than any of its factor. Multiples of 7 are 7, 14, 28, 35, 77. Here, the multiple except 0 is either equal to or greater than any of its factors. Next property is the product of two or more factors is multiple of each factor. 3 multiplied to 7 gives 21. 21 is multiple of both 3 and 7. 30 is product of 2 multiplied to 3 multiplied to 5. So 30 is a multiple of 2, 3 and 5. The last property is there is no end to multiples of a number. Such type is called as infinite. Series infinite. Infinite refers to uncountable. If you want to write multiples of 5, we can continue like this: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so on, 100, 105, 110. It continues. These are all the multiples of 5. So there is no end to multiples of a number. Let us solve a question. Write the first 3 multiples of 11. To get the first 3 multiples, you can multiply with 1, 2 and 3. We get the result as 11, 22 and 33. One more question. Write 5 multiples of 17. To get the 5 multiples, I can multiply with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And the result obtained is 17, 34, 51, 68 and 85. So you must have understood it now, the factors and the multiples. In our next session, we shall study something called as highest common factor and least common multiple. It is abbreviated as HCF and LCM. Very important topic, and most of you are familiar with these two topics. We shall recall and study further how to find highest common factor and least common multiple. That's all for today. Thank you.